Well, some of you are just going to bypass this one. Hi, Pagan Shooter back, and I'm back on a little more of a personal note. This one is to address some questions I've been having about me personally. And it's more of comments that I've had to respond to over and over again, and just questions from people about my health and things like that. And I wanted to kind of address them in a video and kind of get it out there. Um, as some of you have noticed over the past, what, year and a half now, almost 2 years, my weight has actually gone down quite a bit. And I've gotten questions, have you been sick? What's going on? Why did you lose weight? And, also, how did you lose weight? I've gotten some direct messages asking me questions as well. And this one's going to be just addressing that. So if you're really not interested, go ahead and bypass this video. You don't have to watch it. My feelings won't be hurt. It's really more of to address that question and to kind of give a little background on me and kind of give a little more personal information that I normally wouldn't put out. Um, so some of you may have watched my old video where in several of them, I had mentioned that I am diabetic. At the time that I was diagnosed, I was diagnosed type 1. Which means I wasn't producing any insulin. Now, I have come to find out over the years that it was actually incorrect. No, I'm not going to go back and sue anybody. No, I'm not going to go after anybody. It was an honest mistake. I believed it. I didn't double check it. It was partially my mistake. And quite honestly, I'm letting it go. The other part of it is at the same time, because of my weight, I was diagnosed with high blood pressure and with high cholesterol. I was having trouble with sleeping. I used a BiPAP machine at the time. And things got really bad to the point where I was having trouble walking and moving, and it got really bad. 361 pounds is a really big strain on your body, and that is my highest weight. So why did I lose, or how, or was I sick? Was that the reason I lost all the weight? Well, yes and no. That was kind of the catalyst of me wanting to lose weight. Uh, I didn't lose weight because I was sick. That was more of my reasoning for losing weight. Um, my family has a history of diabetes. So I basically went to what my grandparents went through. And my grandfather, he actually never took any insulin. He was type 2 diabetic. He never took any insulin, and he controlled all of his diabetes with all of his life with his diet. And I felt that if I could at least, thinking I was type 1, if I could at least control my weight and my diet, I could at least minimize how much insulin I was taking, because I honestly didn't like the idea of injecting insulin. During the process, I ended up finding out that I was type 2, and this encouraged me to increase what I was doing even more. During this time, I was controlling my diet. This is how I started everything. The diet has to come first. I ended up controlling my diet, controlling what I was eating more, uh, relying less on the insulin to control my blood sugars than my diet. Now, during this time, I also started exercising, moving, walking as best I can, getting up during midday after having a small lunch and going and walking for about a mile and then coming back. This started off as, less like a quarter mile. This started off even less than that, just getting up and doing some movement. Um, After that, I ended up getting to the point where I was able to walk a mile. And then it was treadmills and it was moving. And of course, snow here makes it difficult to go outside and do this stuff. So treadmills are actually a very good substitute. However, all during this time, it was a lot of diet control. And as I shed the pounds and as I got more into shape, I started realizing that my blood pressure was dropping really low. So I started weaning myself off of different blood pressure medications, talking to my doctor as well. And the encouragement I got from the doctor was, as long as you keep this going safely, we'll keep monitoring it and checking it. Well, it got to the point where every time I took any of the insulin, my blood sugars crashed. So I ended up getting to the point where I'm no longer taking any more insulin. I am down to about 225 right now, which is still considered overweight for my height. I am 6'3". I need to get down still another 25 pounds, but I am close to 140 pounds down now at this point. But so to answer that initial question, did I lose weight? Did I get sick and lose weight, or did I lose weight because I was sick? I lost weight because I was sick. I had high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and diabetes. The high cholesterol is gone. The high blood pressure is mostly gone. And I control all of my diabetes with my diet. I do not take any more insulin, and my blood sugars stay within normal realms. And I'm able to go and run with my kids. I'm able to go out and do things that I couldn't do before. I'm not saying that everybody overweight is unhealthy. I would never say that. I do not attack anybody for being overweight. I don't believe that that's the case. What I believe is my weight was causing me to be very unhealthy, and it was causing any of my other issues, which being diabetes, to be much worse. And of course, with the extra weight, I was having trouble controlling my blood sugar and my cholesterol. So, in short, I lost weight because I was sick. Not being sick made me lose weight. Now, as a result, I'm able to sleep better. My BiPAP machine is now in the closet. I don't have to travel with it anymore. I have one bit of blood pressure medication that I take, and I'm thankful I don't have to take it any of the other stuff anymore. If you're going through anything like this, if you're struggling with weight loss, it's not something that's going to happen quickly. This has been almost a 2-year process for me, and I'm still going. I'm still working on it. And it doesn't matter what anybody tells you or says to you from the outside. Even me saying and encouraging people doesn't matter. As long as you encourage yourself, you can do this. Now, I didn't want to turn this into a, oh, rah, rah, anybody can do this thing. But just keep in mind, if you want something bad enough, you have to work for it. And if you want to work for it, you can do it. Within reason, obviously. But my questions, and so that answers pretty much all the questions I had. Why? How? Well, diet and exercise. There is no magical thing to it. And, just hard determination. You have to want to do it. If you don't, find a reason why you want to do it. I set goals, but my overall reasoning was my wife and kids. I want to be around for them. So hopefully that answers the question. I know this is kind of a short video, and I know it's really more of a personal thing, and it's not really something that I normally talk about, but I wanted to answer these questions. If you have any questions for me about this, please hit me up with it. I'll be glad to answer them as best I can. I'm not an expert in this. I'm pretty much winging it and going with what my doctor suggests and kind of working and doing research myself. But if you have any questions, or if you've gone through this yourself, please hit me up. Let me know. This is Pagan Shooter, and we'll see you next time.